Do you love the look of Oakley's but don't like the look of their price? Then stay tuned. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out what could be an alternative to Oakley's. These are from a company called Blenders Eyewear. I found out about them through an Instagram ad, and I have to admit that I'm kind of a sucker for Instagram ads. I've bought a few things in my time on Instagram, and I found these, went to their website, and I was like, ah, those look kind of cool. Let me check them out. This is called the Rainwalker. It's just 58 bucks. So they're not bargain sunglasses like you would find in a Walmart. They're sort of more mid-range. They're not on the higher end like Oakley's are. They're kind of in the middle. But I don't know, they look pretty good. And for the price, I mean, I don't know. So we're gonna kind of take a look at this a little bit more today to see if these stack up to Oakley's that cost twice as much or 3 times as much, okay? All right, so first of all, just a little bit of information about Blenders. They are a company that was started by this guy who just, you know, saw a need for another cheaper alternative for sunglasses. And he started this company in San Diego, and they've kind of, you know, grown ever since. And if you check out their website, they sell tons of different styles of sunglasses. They have men and women styles. They have readers. So if you want to do, if you're old like me and you need help reading stuff that's close, you can pick those up. They also sell prescription glasses, and they also do stuff for skiing and snowboarding. So they have goggles and different types of things for that. So they have expanded to quite a pretty huge inventory of different types of styles. They're more on, I would say, the fit side. So like if you're active, a lot of their designs are, you know, colorful like this. They do have the traditional black lenses, but a lot of them are colored. And so there's a ton of different options out there. And they range in price from about $48 on up. This was $58. This is again called the Rainwalker. It's like the Oakley Sutro. So if you've seen the Oakley Sutros, those are huge for guys that are out there riding, you know, men and women that are out there riding their bikes. It has kind of like the same coverage, you know, like this wraparound coverage. It's a little bit, I think the Sutros are a little bit wider. I saw this one and I was like, let me see, you know, let's try and pick one up. It's 58 bucks, it's not too bad. And let's see how they are. So let me put this on so you can kind of see what it looks like on my head. Do I look cool? But see what happens? See, when you smile, this is what happens when I wear certain types of Oakley's. So here's my, you know, it has to do with like my jaw up here and how these are so tight to the side of my head. So watch when I smile. Like these things just lift up and they don't really stay on my nose. And that drove me nuts with a lot of the Oakley styles, that when this kind of type of glasses came out, where, you know, a lot of the Oakleys just went straight across, right? They didn't, this one has a little bit of a curve, but most of the Oakleys, they just kind of go straight across. When I would wear them and I would see somebody, hey, and then this thing would just, and it just drove me nuts. And that's what this one does too. I'm a little bummed that this one still does that. I guess if I don't smile, then I'll be fine. See this? It just goes up and down. So I use this when I ride my bike. And so I usually will have my helmet. I'll have like a face covering, and then, you know, I'll put this on and I'm not really smiling. This is kind of like what it looks like if you are gonna do some mountain biking, right? It barely doesn't really touch the top of this Fox Speedframe Pro, but it looks pretty cool. It has a lot of coverage. I like this because it does have a lot of coverage So your whole face, your whole front of your face feels like, you know, it's just, you don't have to worry about sun getting in from different angles and kind of messing you up. There's some space under here for some air. There's probably about a little, you know, it doesn't sit flush to your head. These, on the website, it says that this nose piece is adjustable. I don't really know how this nose piece is adjustable unless you can maybe slide it up or down. I don't know, I gotta kind of play with that. But it does say that it is adjustable. Oh, I know what it is. There's a metal frame in here that you can bend, and that's how that's adjustable. So you bend the nose piece here. You can actually bend it to kind of fit your nose. So that's how that's adjustable. Interesting. Just learned that right now. Okay. But I don't know, it doesn't help this stays in place because of the helmet. So if I smile with this on, it doesn't go anywhere, right? But it looks cool. You gotta admit that this thing looks pretty cool. It has a ton of different colors that you can purchase, and it looks cool. The problem is if you wear it outside, you're gonna go shopping, you see somebody, well, you got a mask, right? But if you do this, it just pops off my nose. And so that's the only thing that I don't like. It does feel a little tight here, you know, and I don't know if that's on purpose to keep it snug or if my head is just fat. I don't know what it is. But I don't know, they seem made pretty well. The one thing that I've noticed here, and let's see if I can get this thing to focus. I don't know if you can tell, but the colors don't match. You see the frame and then the part that goes along the side of your head, they're not exactly the same color. This one's a little lighter and then this one's a little darker. So I don't know, I was kind of hoping that would match a little bit better because it is supposed to match, you know, here. But yeah, if you see it, they don't, I don't know. I guess that's one of the things that you got to deal with when you buy sunglasses that are a little bit cheaper, that you're going to get, like, you know, the frame doesn't quite match up too well with this, which is surprising because they look like, if you hold it up to the light, they look like they're part of the same, they're still opaque, but I don't know. That's just one thing that I noticed with that, right? Now, as far as what you look like, these are 100% UV protective. So UV lights protects your eyes against that. This has kind of like a yellowish, more of a yellowish tint. This is the Rainwalker. One thing that I found that was interesting on their website is that they've named each sunglass with a specific color a different name. So it's much different than, let's say, Oakley. If you're looking for the Sutro, right, you pull up, you find the Oakley Sutro, and then you can see all the different lens combinations below, but it's still called the Sutro, but the lens has the name. With these guys, they have it where each frame and frame and lens combination is its own name. So like this is called the Rainwalker, and then if I were to choose the one that's black, there's one that has a black frame and black lenses, that's called the Concord Fast. I don't understand that, right? And then there's another one that is a little bit more of like a rainbow, a light rainbowish. That one's called Destiny Love. So I don't know, maybe it gives them, maybe it looks like they got way more sunglasses than they actually have because each one is named differently. I don't know if that's, but that's their strategy. It's a little different because it does make it look like they have a ton of different sunglasses to choose from. And they do, they have a ton of different styles, but it's just a little weird that they're calling each sunglass with each lens a different name when they're all basically the same style. So I don't know, go figure. Shipping is free if you spend more than $50. So I bought a pair of some blenders for my son that look kind of like they're not the frog skins, but the Holbrooks. So the Oakley Holbrooks are like 100 and I don't know, like 170 bucks if you get the ones with polarized lenses. These are 48. So I picked him up one with the purple lens, and that was like 48 bucks. And so then I had to throw in like a little bag or accessory to get it over 50 so that it would get the free shipping. Maybe they do that on purpose, I don't know. But you know, that's Blenders. So check them out. We'll have to see how good they are in the long term. I haven't dropped them yet. I don't know how good they are with holding up to scratches, but I've taken them on lots of rides and they've been fine. You know, like when they're in the helmet and they're sitting on my face and I got everything strapped down, it doesn't move at all. I like it. I don't really, I don't know if I can wear this out to like go to Costco or something. I don't know if I'm there yet where I'm that comfortable with wearing this big honking thing on my face going to Costco. I don't know. What do you think? See? And then I couldn't be able to handle that. If I'm trying to talk to somebody and I laugh and then this thing just bounces up and down. I don't know. I'm gonna try and order the Sutros from Oakley and do a comparison video when that comes in with these to see how they are. But I don't know, you know, for 58 bucks, I think they're a pretty good value. All right, so are these the Oakley killers? I don't think that anyone's ever gonna take down Oakley. They're just such a well-known brand. They're such a huge company. They're gonna keep pumping out stuff and people are gonna buy stuff just because it's Oakley, right? Can Blenders fill that gap between your bargain sunglasses and the Oakley's? And I think they can. I mean, this is just 58 bucks. It also came with a hard case, and then it also had a soft case and a cloth, a cleaning cloth. You get all of that for 58 bucks compared to 160, I think is the Sutros from Oakley. Only time will tell on how long these will last. So we'll have to see. But, you know, I think they found their place. I think they found their niche in between the high brand and the low brand. Having something in the middle, I think, you know, it's a smart move because I'm happy to pay 58 bucks for something that looks like this versus 160 something, right, from Oakley. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how these last. But they look great. They got tons of different styles. Check them out at blenderseyewear.com. Yeah, and until next time, hit that like button if this was something that was worthwhile to you. If you liked it, consider subscribing. I try to put out a new video every week. And we'll see you next time. So until then, take care of one another. Be safe and aloha.